What is going on, X community? This is Exostomp here, and today, people, we're going to be going over the quarterfinals of, well, Monotype for the ADL. So, as you guys know, we have Ghost, and we're actually up against Ribombees. Ribombees grabbed Steel, and the first thing that I noticed about his team is that his fastest Pokemon is pretty slow. Actually, before we go over that, let's talk about what's on the screen. What is your favorite Gen 4 Pokemon? So, mine, if we count starters, Infernape, 100%. If we're not counting starters, either Roserade or Hippowdon. I don't know. Roserade is pretty cool. I know that Galaxy also likes Roserade in Gen 4, but Hippowdon is just, I don't know. I like it. I like how it looks. But, yeah, that out of the way. Basically, so I noticed that his team is very slow. His fastest Pokemon is Dougie, and if he doesn't bring Dougie, I was a little scared of Shurikrum. So, yeah, let me just look at his team real quick. So, yeah, you guys can't really see. He has an Aegislash, which is pretty slow, Fishheart, Lucario, which Lucario isn't that fast, which is weird. Silvally Steel, Bronzong, Escavalier, Dougie, like I said, Alolan Dougie, Berserker, Togedemaru, and Mawile, which all aren't really that fast. Like I said, his fastest mon is Alolan Dougie, so very easy to speed creep it. Of course, unless he's running Scarf, which Scarf, you'll see, he's running a Scarfer. But yeah, running Colbur, Dragapult, of course, versus like Sucker Punches and stuff like that. Of course, knockoffs. Shadow Ball for stab, Fire Blast if I want to risk a miss, I guess. U-turn for priority, sorry, for pivot, and Will-O-Wisp for, of course, burning. Of course, max special attack, as much speed as it takes to outspeed Alolan Dougie, and the rest in HP. Some in attack. I put 4 in attack just because I wanted that to be an odd number. Then, and of course, Clear Body because I wanted to watch out for parting shots. Then we have Chandelure. I like this set. I really do. So, I'm running Blunder Policy Inferno. If you guys don't know, Inferno makes it so that 50% accuracy, 100 power. So if I miss, Blunder Policy pops, which gives me +2 speed, which outspeeds this whole team. The only thing that would really threaten me at that point would be a Bisharp or Sucker Punch, which is why I have Sub. And then I have, basically the thing is, if I hit, I burn him anyways, so good nonetheless. If I miss, I get that +2 speed, which is good. Flamethrower, of course, for Fire Stab, other than Inferno. And then Shadow Ball to hit anything else that, like Bronzong, that's Bronzong Heat Proof, which I guess we can go over his team after this, but yeah, Shadow Ball hits Bronzong. Of course, just max, might as well. Then we have Mimikyu here. The Mimikyu put in a lot of work this game, I would say. With Disguise being extremely good versus stuff like Sucker Punch, it's a god. Life Orb, of course we have Drain Punch, because Steel is, doesn't like fighting. Swords Dance to catch switches, Shadow Claw to hit the Bronzong, and then Trick Room, because I knew his team is very slow. I was thinking maybe you sort of have to run Bronzong to outspeed something, so yeah. Of course, we ran enough speed to outspeed almost everything. Then we have max attack and summon HP. Then we have Sableye. Now this Sableye is really cool. I calced it, and it is able to take a max attack, just max attack Adamant. Bisharp, it's knockoff pretty easily, 42 to 50% on switching, so I could just spam Recover or Encore him into a Sub or Swords Dance if he goes for that, or just Will-O-Wisp as well. And I do have Drain Punch because it does hit everything decently well. Just load this a little bit for you guys. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. That was pretty good. I didn't need an item, of course, because I didn't want it to be knocked off and be taking too much damage. Delmai. So Delmai's has a Kasib Berry, which makes it so I could switch in or take Shadow Balls pretty easily, because I made it Spadef. With Earthquake and Body Press, there's nothing that really takes it very well. Wrap Spins here for, you know, rocks, if he sets up rocks. And then Shadow Claw is here to take on the Bronzong if he does decide to go for Levitate. I didn't think he would, but just in case. So then max HP, max F. Pretty good set. Then this Frostless is here to be a Suicide Lead, set up spikes, taunt, a little bit of Destiny Wand. Very, very standard Suicide Lead set with max speed, and even Frostless outspeeds everything besides Dougie unless he's running, you know, Scarf. But yeah, so pretty cool. So let's talk about his team. He brought Aegislash. He brought Aegislash, Lucario, Bisharp, Escavalier, Silvally, and Bronzong. And when I saw Bronzong, of course, it's pretty obvious. You sort of have to run Heat Proof if you want to have a chance to live Chandelore's attacks. Like, if I was running sub Calm Mind, I don't think anything could really take it. And that's another reason why I thought Dougie would come, because I have Chandelure right here, but yeah, we didn't see it. So yeah, I thought Heat Proof Bronzong. I knew 5 out of these 6 would come. I wasn't sure about Silvally or Escavalier. Both. I was thinking maybe Silvally because of Defog. But if he didn't, definitely Dougie. Same with Escavalier. But the Lucario, Bisharp, Aegislash, and Bronzong I knew had to come. But yeah, let's get on to the battle here. Of course, we have a Suicide Lead Frostless versus Bronzong. I wasn't sure if he wanted the rocks or not, so I just taunted as he went for Calm Mind, which was definitely good to know for round 2 that he has Calm Mind. So I just set up spikes here as just flash cannons, and then here I went for Destiny Bond because he can't go for anything else besides an attack. He could switch, but he didn't. So I knock out his Bronzong, which is extremely good for me, because now I can just send in Chandelure and really do anything to this thing, as I knew he can't really do much to me, so I just Inferno, and of course it hits, which is pretty good, but I do get a burn, which is also really good, of course, because it's 100%. A King Shields, which is okay. Honestly, what I had Chandelure out. Yeah, it makes sense if that he King Shield. I mean, you don't really have a switch in at this point, so I guess that does make sense. But it did give me a free switch into Dragapult here, as now I can just Shadow Ball and kill it. He goes into his Cavalier. I'm just gonna Fire Blast. It's AV, so it lives. As he knockoffs, which I expected, so that's fine. I just Shadow Ball here and knocking it out. As Silvally comes out. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to sack it off, because I don't need Dragapult anymore. Because Chandelure wins, basically. But keeps getting kills. That's the power of Dragapult. Lucario comes in, it Shadow Balls, and that also shows that it's Scarf, so that's good to know. Delmai's can easily take Shadow Ball with its Kasib Berry, as it can of course knock it out with Earthquake. And yeah, at this point, Bisharp can't win, because I have Mimikyu out, Mimikyu with Drain Punch in the back, so he just suckers. I let him knock me out, because I didn't want to risk it in case he knockoff does something. And I just Drain Punch to take the win. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of sacks on my side, because it's really hard to switch into moves, because I don't want to risk win cons. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of sacks, plus the fact that differential doesn't matter, because it's a speed league, so yeah. On to round 2. Round 2, we knew that the Lucario was Scarf. We knew that the Bronzong was a setup one. And we also knew that, Aegislash wasn't Specs, it was King Shield. So, yep. Silvally starts out, as I just started with Frostless again. Free. It's free spikes, so might as well get it off. Here, I knew he was going to kill me, but it does give me a switch in. Like I said, it's a Suicide Lead, so might as well. So I got my Chandelure out, as Silvally comes in. I just Inferno. Sadly, I do miss, but it does give me that +2, like I said. And here, I go for a sub as he goes for Parting Shot. Now, I wasn't sure if it went through sub. Definitely is good to know for the future, because I actually wasn't sure that it was able to go through sub. I thought it was a free play here for me, but apparently it goes through sub, so that is definitely good to know. But sadly for him, I am under a sub still, which is good for me. I do get a flamethrower off, which is decent. And here, Shadow Ball does, of course, knock out my my sub as he goes for King Shield. Now here, I was gonna go for a sub again, but I was like, I don't really need to predict too much because I already knocked the Aegislash down to the point where I can knock it out with a few other things that I have in my back. So I just went for Inferno here because I knew that Flamethrower wouldn't kill. And Shadow Ball, of course, kills me there. And I just go out into Delmise. Delmise gets a free Earthquake onto anything here. So I just Earthquake. And he switches into Escavalier, which is fine. I go for Shadow Claw. And the reason why I go for Shadow Claw is because Shadow Claw was stabbed, so it did a little bit more than Earthquake. And it was a better roll for me with him in defensive form. So yeah, I definitely went for it. But sadly I didn't get it, so it's fine. He goes for knockoff. I expected that, so I go into Sableye to tank it very easily. As he goes back into Savali Steel, I just go for Will-O-Wisp because it's free against his team. And I just recover to see what he would want to do. He U-turns, and because crit doesn't really matter. I just go for a Will-O-Wisp on this Bronzong. I wanted to stay in. I wanted to stay in until he pressed Calm Mind. Now this, people would think, alright, you're a little crazy because you're going to get Toxic, then the Bisharp's going to win at the end because, you know, it's Bisharp, and if you don't have Sableye, Sableye's Toxic, Bisharp can win. You'd think that, but I am crazy. So I stay in. I just go for Drain Punch. I'm waiting out for him to use Calm Mind. He uses Calm Mind. I'm like, okay, perfect. This is the perfect time for me to Encore. So I get Encored. He gets Encored into Calm Mind. Here, I was expecting a switch, honestly. I don't know why I didn't switch. But I switched out into Mimikyu because it's free. As he, of course, Calm Minds again. And here I just get a free Swords Dance off. 100% free. Because I can't live at +2. So he switches into Escavalier. As I got my Swords Dance up. And I just Shadow Claw. It knocks it out. Now here, okay. Here's what I was thinking. Okay, you sack your Escavalier. Fine. If you go into Lucario and Shadow Ball to knock my Disguise out, and then go into Bisharp, you can threaten me out with a Sucker Punch, or just threaten me in general with a Sucker Punch. But instead, this is what happens. Goes into Savali, gets knocked out by Drain Punch, goes into Aegislash. I didn't need to predict, because at +1, basically everything dies anyways, so I just go for Shadow Claw. Crit didn't matter, of course. Shadow Claw again, of course it dies. Goes into Bisharp. You stack everything, and then you go into your Wincon. I don't understand. I mean, I really wanted to see your side. Maybe there was a play that I missed. That's why I really wanted to see it, but I just go for Drain Punch here, and then I sack off Mimikyu just to make sure that I win with Delmise. So yeah, I definitely wanted to see your side, and maybe you can explain it to me in the comments. I wasn't sure why you sacked everything before going into Bisharp and then Lucario, because yeah, if you sacked your Lucario, okay, you don't outspeed my team, but Bisharp can still threaten out all of my Mons with Sucker Punch, and maybe you had a set like Sucker Punch knockoff, Substitute, or Swords Dance or something. You were able to maybe threaten all my Pokemon out with Sucker Punch. I don't know. I wasn't sure. But nonetheless, GG's Ribombee. It is what it is, man. You know, it is. Gen 8 is a very scary place, especially with ghost types running around. So, yeah, you beat me in the EDO. I beat you in the ADL. It's fine. But yeah, our next week's opponent is actually going to be Burger, guys. So he has Dracovish, Pelipper, Seismitoad, Dreadnought, Araquanid, Vaporeon, Lapras, Quillfish, Ludicolo, and Lantern, which all are very scary. I do have some sets that I already built that I thought of right after the Ribombe game. So yeah, those are going to be some fire sets as well. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and let me know what is your favorite Gen 4 Pokemon in the comments. That all out of the way, I'll see you all next time. Peace.